Hi everyone, I'm Jamie. I bought a table to put the tripod on, so hopefully this helps you see a little bit better. Let me know if it does. So what I'm getting ready to make is, I got this stuff and I took it out the freezer and I thought it is like a kielbasa. So I'm going to chop this up and then I'm going to cut up some spinach. I'm going to add the spinach to it and then I'm going to put in some goat cheese, feta cheese. And then in here I have parsnips and radishes. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this first. Since I've already cut it up, I'm just going to add some seasoning to it. I put in, my pan is heating up over here. I put in some oil. My oil is infused. It doesn't have to be, but I just like infused oil. And then I like to put in cayenne pepper. You can do it as spicy as you want or not. I kind of probably add a little bit more than most people. And then I do a little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of paprika. And then I want some ginger. And I'm just shaking. I mean, I don't need too much because half of it isn't going to coat. I mean, it will coat it, but you'll have a bunch left over in the bottom too, depending if you put too much in. And then you just, see, not too much. You just put it in, then you just toss it, and the oil will coat it. Now my air fryer is set for 370 for 15 minutes, so that's what I leave it on. Now, I will adjust time for some things. Now since I didn't put that much in, it's not a lot of sticking to the bottom, but you can see how it's nice and coated. If you do it more, then it'll be a little bit more spicy. And then I just kind of dump it on, get it out. Flatten it. I have a tray. I flatten it. I stick it in. And I don't have to mess with that. I'm going to use the seasoning from the bowl for the spinach. But before I cut the spinach, I'm going to cut the meat while the pan is heating up. You can cut it any which way you want to. It's completely up to you. I like to cut it lengthwise and then cut it again, just because that way everything's in bite-sized pieces. And it just makes it easier. So I'm just gonna have it. Then this side. The pan looks like it's about hot, so I'm going to put this half in just a second, as soon as I finish cutting it. And I did not hit start. There it goes. So we got about 15 minutes before they are done. It probably won't take 15 minutes for this. You hear that sizzling? It means it's hot enough. So we're going to go ahead and put this side in while I cut the other. So while we're waiting on things to cook, if you go to the subscribe button and subscribe, that will be very much appreciated. And don't forget to share it if you like it, or comment or like or anything like that. If you have some ingredients that you're trying to think of something different to make, let me know. I'll try to come up with something for you. I try to keep things interesting. My kid says I cook a lot of weird things. It's okay, he doesn't eat it, so it doesn't bother him. But I just like different stuff. But I'm kind of a picky eater too, so it's really weird. So we're just gonna get them coated in the grease. Now, I was marinating earlier, so I have turkey and I have chicken that are marinated. What I'm going to do with those, or what I marinated with those, is I did a bourbon and Kahlua, and I did that for the chicken, and I put some marinade that I made with Primal Kitchen mustard and a couple other things. So that should be pretty good. And then the other thing I did is I like Primal Kitchen products, so I made it with Primal Kitchen teriyaki sauce for the turkey. So I will be cooking those either tonight or tomorrow. And I have chicken that I will be cooking too, and I think I'm going to put that in the air fryer, and I may make a barbecue chicken. Normally I do a buffalo chicken, but I just might change it up a little bit. I don't think I need any of that. We'll put that there. Make sure this is all kind of down. Okay, now I'm going to dry the spinach a little bit more because it's really wet in my bowl. I leave the stems on. I'm not too picky when it comes to the spinach. I'm not a big fan of cooked spinach, so I don't cook mine as much as other people do. But however much you're going to want to cook it, it's completely up to you and how small you want it. But I know you can't see down here, but I'm just cutting it. I'm just cutting the spinach. And then I'm going to put it in a bowl that I had the seasonings in for the parsnips and the radishes. And I'm just going to toss that around in there a little bit too, just to give it a little bit more seasoning to it. And this would be good, I might do it later tonight with the chicken, to stuff the chicken with. Another thing you can do is rice and broccoli. That would have been good in this, or cauliflower rice and broccoli, depending on what you're eating. But I want to thank all of you that are actually watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. I have a passion for cooking, and hopefully these give y'all some ideas. Okay. spinach off my hands. I'm just going to stir this. I don't really put it in the way. I'm trying to stand out of the way. So the air fryer says we have 9 minutes. And so I'm not just standing here cooking and y'all just kind of, I'm going to put the video on pause. And I'm just going to let this cook. And then I'll turn it back on a couple of times so y'all can see the progress. And so the video doesn't cut off on me because it's famous for that. And then you'll see the rest of the ingredients and everything like that. Okay, so we're going to check the potatoes and see how they're doing, or the parsnips. So I'm going to put them, there's about 4 minutes left on the air fryer. I'm just going to up it a couple. These are doing good. It's not as brown as what I like it, so I turned up the heat slightly to try to have everything about done. So I think I'm going to make a little bit of a salad. So because I washed the salad stuff, I'm just going to put a paper towel in there and that will catch it. I'm going to cut off this top part of the thing. And then I'm going to cut some lettuce. I normally have different lettuces and stuff that I put in. I'm going to add some spinach to it. I use beet leaves and everything like that. I just don't have any. So there goes the romaine lettuce. Let's get a little bit of spinach. Don't need much. We're going to wash the spinach. Cut some of the spinach up. And put some of the spinach in. I do have arugula. I might go and get some of that in a minute. Cucumbers. Now it's getting in. If you want to add onions to this, that would actually be pretty good too, but I'm not going to. We'll let that cook a few more minutes to kind of try to make sure we get both sides brown and everything like that. Bell pepper. like color in mine. This so far is only green. Peppers, you can do yellow, red, or whatever. I just grabbed the green ones because they were the oldest. There's some pepper in there. Kind of trying to get the wetness from there. While that's going, I wash some herbs. So I got some fresh herbs, so I'm going to cut in some fresh rosemary. Rosemary is probably one of my favorites, that and basil. So we're just going to cut them up. That's going to go in my salad. I might need more. Okay, we're going to cut this because it says it's a minute. They look just about done. You can see. Actually, they probably are done. I'm just going to let that 1 minute go. I'm going to stir these. I'm just going to dump the spinach in. There's not that much oil and grease in here. So it should be okay, or it should be okay. And this will get all the yummy goodies. What I forgot to do was take some of this out because my kids won't eat the spinach. But that's okay. As you can see, it doesn't really take long to make, so if they really want some, I can make them another one. So now I'm going to cut this down some. I'm going to let that cook just a tad bit. I'm going to take my paper towel out. I'm going to add my herbs to the salad. And I'm going to get some pomegranate. And I'm just going to take some and put it in. I love this stuff. And then I'm going to toss it. If you want a little drizzle of lemon, it's actually pretty good, or lime. I think we're going to do lime because I have an overabundance of lime. So if you roll it in your hands, it actually softens it and get more juice. So we're going to go ahead and wash this. And slice it in half, and just a little bit. It doesn't need much. get a plate and take this off because this is done. And I'm just going to put some on the plate. And I am going to add some feta. And stir it around a little bit. That's what that looks like. And then I'm going to take some salad. I'm going to put some salad on my plate. And I don't know if you can see all the goodies, but I got some goodies. And then I'm just going to do a little bit more feta for the cheese. And then I'm going to end up cutting myself if I don't put it down. Yes, that happens a lot. So in here, this is chai and flaxseed. So I got that, and then I'm going to add So again, back to the color. These are really good, the berries. They're a good health food. They're a little bit crunchy, probably a little bit more than what they're supposed to be at the moment, but that's okay. And then some seed mix. I'm going to put that on top too. Gives it a little bit of a crunch and adds a little bit of a health benefit to it as well. So that is what is for my brunch. Y'all have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like, and everything else. Thank you. Bye-bye.